What up, YouTube? I know it's been a good little while since I dropped a video. Um, just been very busy. I actually put out a video, I believe it was late October, saying that, I wasn't going to be dropping videos as much. Now, I know I didn't drop any videos at all, but, it was kind of a warning. Things just got a little overwhelming, just way too much going on. Thanksgiving time's always a little bit more busy for me than most people, and then this year especially, there was a wedding thrown in the mix. I was a groomsman in the wedding, so there was just a lot going on. Then after Thanksgiving, so like I said, this time of year is usually very busy for me. More busy for me than most people, anyways. So, I was kind of struggling to put out videos. Not really struggling, but wasn't able to upload as much as I would have liked when I was uploading a lot. But that being said, I'm back. Thanks for all the people, giving me shout outs and asking where I've been, and uh, actually caring. I do greatly appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart. But anyways, let me go ahead and get into the topic of discussion. There's actually a couple things I want to address. Well, first off, I want to say congratulations to everyone who's won since I made my last video. That includes Canelo, Tyson Fury, who else? Anthony Joshua, Adrian Granado, and the list goes on. Y'all been watching the sport. Y'all know who's been winning. And I was especially excited when Tyson Fury won. Nothing against Vladimir Klitschko. I think Tyson Fury has what it takes to bring the heavyweight division back to its former glory. I think he has the potential to do that. Will he do that? We'll find out. But it's nice to have a little change of pace, somebody who's a little bit more in the public eye to be the heavyweight champion again. It's been a while since we've had someone like that as a heavyweight champion. So that was nice. I was very excited when he won. When it went to a decision, I was a little bit nervous because, there's a reason why Klitschko always fought in Germany. But luckily, Fury didn't get screwed, and now he's holding 3 heavyweight belts. So congratulations to him. All right, so now to the real meat and potatoes of what I wanted to talk about, and that is this whole situation with Canelo Alvarez. Now, congratulations to him on his win over Miguel Cotto. I was going for him to win over Miguel Cotto. Went to a friend's house to watch the fight. What's funny is, I mentioned this. I'm both Puerto Rican and Mexican. But in this case, I wanted Canelo to win because I was very, very tired of Cotto's divaism. I mean, continuously fighting at nothing but catch weights. So originally, even though Canelo was starting to kind of show the same kind of divaism, I was like, you know what? We really don't know. Let's see what happens if Canelo wins. So Canelo wins, and what does he do? He's just as bad as Cotto. And then the WBC is enabling this behavior that he's having. Like, if it was just simply Canelo, and then Canelo got stripped, I would be severely pissed off at Canelo, which I still am. But a lot of that has shifted over to the WBC because the WBC is just full of shit. They keep on saying that, all right, this person has to fight Triple G, and then it doesn't happen. It's like, all right, well, they're gonna fight this person. The winner of this fight has to fight Triple G, and they only have 15 days. Then Canelo wins. 15 days go by, and he still hasn't been stripped. When is the WBC going to stick to their guns? Who was it that I was watching? I watched somebody's video yesterday. I hope I remember who it was because I want to give credit, but they were mentioning, it was Fight Critic. That's who it was. But he did a video and he was talking about how many champions have been stripped. He named a bunch of them, and they were like, Hall of Famers. And these are champions who have been stripped in the middleweight division, I believe. Or, no, I think it was just champions overall. Like 33 champions have been stripped. 14 have been elevated by the WBC because of, basically for the same thing Canelo's doing. But Canelo's doing it, and they're enabling him. WBC is really on my shit list right now. I really am not liking the WBC. And the sad part about it is I don't really know what we can do about this. Us as the YouTube boxing community, us as the boxing community, period. I really don't know what we can do to combat the WBC. Other than voicing your opinion, which is what I'm doing right now. But we all know that WBC is a business, and really the only way to make a business listen is with your pocket. I don't know how we can directly impact the finances of the WBC. I honestly don't. It's not like when let's say you hear that I'm not gonna put a company name out there because I don't want to be accused of slander. But let's say you find out that your favorite restaurant is keeping animals and not just keeping them in poor conditions, but like torturing them and stuff before they slaughter them to use them for your meal, for the meals that they serve in their restaurant. Well, then exactly how you can impact them. You just boycott. But we really can't boycott the WBC. You could technically you could. Anytime that there's a WBC title on the line, you could just not buy the pay-per-views. You could not watch the fights. However, in the process of that, you're not only hurting the WBC, but now you're also hurting the fighters and the sport. So it's not really a good way to combat the WBC. But I do think that this right here, what the WBC is doing, is really it's really a good example of what's wrong with the sport today. And really the only thing that I could think of that would really fix everything, and this is just something that probably just will not happen, is if there is a sanctioning body, not a new sanctioning body that like they bring in another, throw another belt into the mix. That sure as hell ain't gonna fix nothing. But a sanctioning body to not sanction the fights, but sanction the sanctioning bodies, like an authority. I'll just give you a good example. In the banking system, you know, I'm sure a lot of people already know this, but you know, for anybody who's young and or you may not be in the United States because it might work different in other countries, but you know, you have all these different banks. I mean, you got Chase, Wells Fargo, TD, uh, you know, I mean, there's literally tens of thousands of banks here in the United States, maybe even more, you know, but they are all they all have an authority that they have to answer to, which is the FDIC. Um, so those banks can't just go and do whatever they want and charge the fees at whatever amount that they want and charge for whatever they want. You know, there's guidelines they have to abide to, or they'll be fined. So that being said, for the sanction bodies, if we had a similar, I mean, there's more to it with the banking system, but in a nutshell, simply put, we need something like that for boxing. Some kind of sanctioning authority that is not going to allow this kind of fuckery to go unnoticed, to just go with no questions asked. You know, and if you do find some kind of foul play, like having a mandatory and then not forcing that mandatory, then you get fined. Trust me, you find the WBC, the IBF, the WBO. You find these sanctioning bodies enough money, they're gonna stop the bullshit. But the problem is, because of how old the sport is, because of how long these sanctioning bodies have been around, it would be extremely hard to implement such a thing. And it's going to cost money. And then that's the other thing. Who's to say that that sanctioning body can't become corrupt? You know what I'm saying? It's just not a very good situation for the sport. It's very I don't know. I think it's ludicrous. I really do. And I'm still pissed off at Canelo, but more than anything else, I'm pissed off at the WBC because they're about that bullshit right now. You know, that's just what's going on with them. But as far as the channel, I'm going to upload again. I would probably say, realistically, this will probably be the last video of the year. There's still just a whole lot going on. Even right now, I found it hard to make time to make this video. I put up the last video just to let everybody know, hey, I'm still alive. I'm coming back. I didn't just drop off the face of the earth, but it's probably going to be after the first of the year when I drop my next video, to be honest. But I am liking the fights that I've seen recently, and pretty much everybody that I wanted to win won, so that's always a plus. When it came to, I would have wanted Amir Imam to win. He was showing a lot of promise, and still is. That's the other thing. Don't sleep on Amir Imam just because he lost one fight doesn't make him a bum. Adrian Renato, he's definitely on my radar now. I definitely was impressed with what I saw. I mean, for him to get knocked down in the first round and then come back and knock out Amir Imam, and it's not just a nobody. We're talking about Amir Imam, which I know he's not a big name yet, but he's on the rise. So when I heard he lost, because I'll be honest, I didn't see the fight. When I heard he lost, and then I went and watched the fight for myself, because I just didn't see it live. I was very impressed. But, I wanted Tyson Fury to win. He won. I wanted Canelo to win. He won. He's just acting like a bitch now. I mean, he started to before he won, but now he's just solidifying that bitch assness. And, oh, yeah, and before I go, glad to see nice. I hope I got the numbers right. 978 Diplomat. Glad to see that his YouTube channel is growing. I remember when I first ran into this dude, he had like 10 subscribers, and I felt so bad because he was putting out real good content. I was sharing his stuff and letting people know, hey, this guy, he puts out good content. Now he has surpassed me, and I'm not mad at it. He puts in work, and he's reaping what he's sowing. So, you know what, 978 Diplomat, I tip my hat off to you. You're doing it, you're doing it big. You're doing big things, and I didn't expect any less. So, big shout out to him. Also, big shout out to Jeff Cotto, putting out good content. I know I haven't been very active, but trust me, brother, I've been watching the videos. Andrew Sr., a.k.a. the Boxing Librarian, shout out to you as well. Just doing good in the community, staying out of the bullshit, and just bringing the facts. Always love that about you, man. Who else? All the channels that I'm subscribed to, if you want to know who I watch, go to my subscriptions. It's all right there. If y'all want to know where I who I go to for my boxing information and my boxing entertainment, those are the channels right there. You just go through my subscriptions. I like all these guys for different reasons. Rascalop, that dude, he's, I like his passion, and a lot of time, most of the time, me and him agree, on most things. So, I always like his content, but don't get it twisted. I also watch channels that I don't necessarily always agree with, like Coach Shelton Harrison. I love his channel. I love his content. A lot of times I don't agree with him, but you know what? As men, we should be able to agree to disagree. Coach Shelton Harrison, I got a lot of respect for him. But go through, just go through my subscriptions. If you want to know who I like to listen to, Northwest Boxing, Blood Boxing, even though he's a bit commercialized, I still listen to him from time to time. Boxing Ego, and my point is, broaden your horizons on who you listen to. Of course, if they're about the bullshit and they want to be claiming to be TBE and one day tell you they don't care about their subscribers, but then next video they're telling you to subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, people like that don't fuck with. But there's plenty of good content makers out there, and and even if you don't agree with them, listen to the delivery, listen to their point of view. And we live in an era that is very good for getting information. You just have to be willing to listen to that information, because the bottom line is a lot of this stuff is opinion, and opinions can't be wrong. So it just gives you good perspective. But anyways, I'm rambling now. But those are my shout outs. I will be back. Might drop one more by the end of the year, but realistically probably won't be till after the 1st. God bless. Y'all have a good day.